Okay, the time has come for us to test our observer example, and we're going to see how that works in a program named TestObserver. This is going to start by creating a new subject, which in this case is the database class. So it's going to create a database object from the database class like this when you run this TestObserver program. Next, we're going to create the observers. This is the subject. We're going to create the three observers, which are the archiver, client, and boss objects. As you recall, the archiver, client, and boss classes all implement the observer interface that we've created. The database object and class implement the subject interface which we've created. So here we are, we have now a subject and three observers. Okay, the next step is to register the three observers with the database object with a subject. You say database.registerObserver, archiver, registerObserver, client, registerObserver, boss. We've now registered our three observers with the subject, and it's time to create an event in the subject that will then presumably notify all three observers. So you say database.editRecord. As you recall, this is going to take the type of edit operation and the record number and then notify all registered observers of the fact that an event has occurred. So we're going to say database.editRecord. This is going to be a delete operation on record 1. Now this is going to be an event in the database, which is the subject, and since we have three registered observers, we're going to presumably have those three registered observers notified, and they will print out on the screen their messages indicating that they've been notified. So let's see if all this works. And here we have the Java, and we're about to run TestObserver. We should see that the three observers notify us of what's occurred when the database has been edited. So here we are, and yes, you see, indeed, the archiver says a delete operation was performed on record 1. The client says a delete operation was performed on record 1. The boss says a delete operation was performed on record 1. So all of our three observers were indeed notified that an event occurred inside the subject, and they notify us that they were notified in turn. So that's a successful test of the observer pattern. As you see with the observer pattern, you can register observers with a subject and then have the subject notify all observers when an event occurs.